Hi there. I'm Mike of Nearly Enough Dice, and this is the Kerbal Space Program. What you're looking at here is Pallas VIII. I'm just lining myself up for trying to get towards the Athena station. I'm going to finish killing off my relative velocity. That's probably about as close as I'm going to get. So let's now point towards targets. So I can work out which way my keys are pointing. Slow, so slow. Probably getting a low frame rate because I actually do have quite a lot of complicated things now in one kind of orbit, so that's probably not helping me very much. Yes, I've got a bit of a packed itinerary, which I've written down. We'll start the bidding at about 24 meters per second, nearly 25. Yeah, take a few seconds to get there. Oh man, I've had a fun little time. I managed to lose about a day or so's recording due to completely failing at docking. It's just one of those things where I'm discovering I am not having fun with this. I'm going to go back to an earlier save. Oh wait, I don't have an earlier save. I'm an idiot. So I've lost. I think I've actually gone back before the episode where I did the science rover stuff. So there's some science I haven't got, but I no longer care about that science because it was painful. So, as you can see, this kind of transfer section here, which has quite a lot of fuel left in it, which is the original idea is I'm going to go up here, I'm going to release this, I'm going to dock this, I'm going to refuel Athena, stuff like that. That turned out to be a royal pain in the everything because this got a slight rotation on it, and I couldn't control it, and I couldn't correct it, and I couldn't grab onto it, and all went horribly wrong, and I just kind of ended up hating everything. So now it's festooned with batteries and solar panels and stuff because it's got both a core and a computer on it, right? I'm actually thinking the computer is actually more than I need. But nah. I think I just need the probe core because then I can, so long as I've got a sophisticated enough probe core to enable stability assist, I can stop it rotating, and if I can stop it rotating, I can dock with it. Even if it's drifting, I can dock with the damn thing. So long as it's not drifting too much. So long as the darn thing is stationary, I can dock with it. As long as it's like not rotating. And so yeah, I've and obviously if it's got a probe core, it needs electricity batteries and solar panels, and it needs to be solar panels because for once this isn't actually happening during the night time, but you need batteries because it happens. So up to now, pretty much everything I've done is happening at night, which is weird. So my original plan was to dock and just chuck this remaining fuel into Athena. Well, my frame rate's really low. Let's. Yeah, so the original plan was to literally just chuck the fuel into Athena and leave it there. But I've since had another thought, which is that I've got the Pallas VI grasshopper that is in orbit, but I can just go to my map view. That's its orbit there. That's Pallas VI just kind of wandering through. And I could really do with refueling it. So my actual plan is to get this hooked up to the booster, the tug, and then I'm going to release this, maybe dock with Athena just to park it somewhere. Detach this. That is now an empty shell, so I don't need it anymore. So I'm just going to deorbit it, or just chuck it away, or something along those lines. Then put the tug on top of this, section, and then take that section off, and see if I can't rescue Pallas VI, and then see how much delta V I've got. So I don't need to run everything in a minute. So, I've still got a fair amount of delta V in this beast. So, plus or minus docking. Trying to work out if I want to get any closer. If I just or would here do. Wow, things are really slow. So apart from anything else, looks like I want to get rid of that just to get rid of reduce the parts count. Right, I don't think that's working. I think I'm very close to being. Well, I'm just going to leave it there. Actually, I'm going to leave that there. It's going to go back to Athena. Right, so I'm also going to, because I had a horrible day yesterday, and I lost lots of time. I'm just going to call that Athena Steady. So I'm just going to be doing lots of named quick saves all over the place. So undock. And then right, here we are at Big Tug. So we're going to go. I'm not sure which is the which way. Oh, turn on the RCS. There we go. Let's go to Chase Cam. Right, I have another stupid plan, which is to see if I can't get rid of that thing. And that is going to involve so I've gone too far, gone too far, gone too far. Oh, I no longer know which way I'm facing. Right, let's go see if I can get back into Tiscan. Oh. Can't change view. Right, I think I'm pointing. Which way do I think I'm pointing? Right, I think I'm pointing that way. Right. No, I don't actually want to be. Right, so I want to be looking more or less down like this. So my cunning plan, and you may wish to decide how cunning it is to ram into the very bottom of the Athena station. Now, can I set that? It would be nice if I could set it as the target, which I can't, so there you go. Now, this may well not work, and I may well destroy all evidence that I ever tried this. So, you know, be warned. I could really do with. Let's back off, actually. It's maybe one of the daft ideas I've come up with. Seemed like such a good idea. Yeah. So I don't know if it's even possible. I actually haven't knocked anything completely out of orbit, which is a theoretical possibility. I think this is okay. I think I've changed my mind. I think I've decided this is a stupid plan that isn't going to work. I could do with it's kind of like the opposite of the Kerman attachment system. What I really want is a Kerman detachment system. Right, and let's go to. Right, so that's changed its order, so that's fine. So we are going to ignore that and pretend I didn't do that because that was actually a stupid idea. Come on. Let's turn on stability assist. That helps. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to set that as my target, but I don't seem to be able to. There we go. Right. So let's just head towards it. So I won't kill my speed right now. I'll get rid of this for the moment. Oh yeah, I'm actually pointing this way. There we go. Wow, everything's so slow. Probably just I got so many. I got a rather large parts count now. So I'm just trying to match, yeah, head towards it. Watch the moon change beneath me as I swap between level of detail distances. I probably should have actually hit prograde, and then I could have, because I can actually. I don't necessarily deal my energy using. That could have gone a lot worse, I have to say. It wasn't brilliant. Wasn't brilliant at all, but it could have gone a lot worse. I went past that in a bit of a hurry. Let's head towards if I can. Oh, everything's really sluggish. I plan to set up action groups for this thing. To activate the engines. Just wondering if I forgot to do that. Well, the whole thing's on a bit of a riddle. No, that's fine. I'm keeping this on at the minute because I was kind of planning to use some of the fuel left in there to boost that, so it will definitely deorbit. But let's go to orbits and let's go to. Oh, I'm actually going to retrograde, which is what I want. I wonder if I can. No, I'm not sure I want to. See, can I give this enough of a thrust to deorbit it, but still can I basically deorbit it and still be able to get back in time? I think the answer is no. So what we're going to do is we're going to just undock, and of course it will pick the thing I could not possibly have wanted it to take. But never mind. as you know, which ships are gonna. Can I target that? There we go. Right, so that's just gonna. I'm just gonna leave that alone, and it'll just float around until I get bored with it. Right, so let's go towards this thing here. I'm going to go slightly off the direct target because I'm going to try and bring the prograde vector as close into the center of the circle as I can, because that's going to mean I have to do less aggravating maneuvering, hopefully. I've still got lots of monopod left. Now if I pull myself prograde, I'll be able to stop myself using the N keys instead of having to actually turn around. I'm going to start doing that now. That feels very fast. It is interesting, I have to say. The sensation of speed is so relative, you know. I mean, I'm suddenly like 2 meters a second seems ridiculous and terribly, terribly risky, and I shouldn't do it. Okay, I think that's probably as good as I'm going to get. So let's get back to this beast here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure that these tanks are all topped up, because I've been using the Werner engines on it as RCS, and I've not clicked the right thing. There we go. So I'm just going to throw out fuel until they're nice and full. In theory, with Chaos 17, 0.17, 0.17, okay, that's all done. So stop and stop. With 0.17, I should be able to do stuff like that reasonably automatically. So I can just say, you know, balance everything. Everything will get balanced. Now, right, this is me. Okay, so I want to actually go back to here, and I want to back off a bit. Have we redocked? Oh, I haven't put the RCS on the phone, nothing's on it. Whoa! I put Werner engines on the bottom, so I wouldn't have to deal with Because the only other way to affect my up and down would be to use my main engines, and that's just not what I want to do. I've tried that, and it just does not work. Right, so I want to put that as my target. And now I want to... So that should not be rotating because it's got SAS set on. So now, hopefully, I will be able to do a reasonably easy docking. Oh, yeah, I'm heading back, so I don't want to head back. There we go. Alright, so I'm already not having to deal with my rotation going completely mad. Still having to deal with the fact that up and down is reversed. But I think that's actually just how these controls tend to go. Oh, that's not good. Panel right in the way if I do it that way. I'm drifting slightly away, but I'm not too bothered about that. When I get myself lined up, that's when I can worry about. That's when I really need to start worrying about forward and backwards. Just a bit of a touch forward. Because just literally I just finished saying, oh, I don't need to worry about it, and I kind of felt worried about it. So, yeah. I'm nothing if not inconsistent. So hopefully once I've got this locked up, I'll then have spare fuel to go grab Pallas VI and refuel it and bring it to Athena, and that'll give me 2 rovers. Well, rovers is a bit 2 landers, I guess. 2 probes with which I can investigate the moon and get more of those waypoints. Just a little bit of access there. Drifty drift. Just the tiny adjustments that need to be made. Heading towards about 10 centimeters a second. So that's going to take forever, so I'm going to go slightly faster. Let's go a whole meter a second. Slightly over a meter a second. So now it's just going to be delicately adjusting the various controls. Oh, this is lovely. Fortunately, I have deleted the previous video where I was exceedingly upset and quite vocal about my upsetness. Because just the tiny rotation that the craft had meant it was basically impossible to dock with. I make sure I've got my finger on the N key, not the H key. So I'm just going to kill my speed. What is the docking port? Okay, cool. So obviously, as you get closer, what seem to be, tiny insignificant variations in your alignment become vastly more important. Because if you're not heading absolutely straight on, you're going to be, that distance is the distance between where you want to be and where you're going is just going to increase. Now possibly I should put my caps lock on at this point. Let's just slew. Victory! Victory is mine. Quick save. It's not really Pallas VIII anymore, but booster capture. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to be slightly irritated that I've just passed the perfect point to change my alignment to go grab Pallas VI, but never mind. So the next thing to do is to go grab Pallas VI and then fill up Pallas VI with some of this here fuel and see if that's enough to get either. I mean, my options are dock Pallas VI to the end of this thing, or well, technically dock this on the end of Pallas VI. I don't think Pallas VI has enough fuel to anything else, and bring the whole kit and caboodle back. Because I need, I've got science on Pallas VI I want to get rid of. I want to get installed. And then I can do stuff with Pallas VI and Pallas VII, and I can go and get some of these. Well, maybe I don't want the polar ones. I've got this one to get. Have I not? Oh, I must have gone back in time and not got this. No! I'm an idiot. Oh, well, never mind. That's my own stupid fault. When I went back in time, I forgot that I didn't just go straight into orbit. I went back in time to before I got that. Oh, I'm going to have to go get it again. Poo. I'll grab those. I have to grab that at some point. And to be perfectly frank, I may want to get a whole new launch to grab all of these, because these are all way down the bottom of the world. And it's going to take quite a bit of Delta V to get down there, because that's going to be quite a big inclination change. Oh, that's why I was wondering why I didn't have quite as much science as I thought I did. Oh, well, never mind. This is my punishment for being really bad at docking before. Never mind. Anyway, I hope you've been enjoying these videos. Hit like and subscribe if so. And come join us at nearlyafterdark.com, role-playing game, team, podcast, and blog. And we're also on the Twitters and on Facebook and all that kind of stuff. You can find us on Stitcher, as well as on iTunes as well. Yeah. So until next time, reach for the stars.